Making horns in Blender. Okay, so I have this little helmet here, and over here I got all these crazy horns going on. But I brought this one over here to show you how to make a horn. So the first thing you got to know is by right-clicking, you have this 3D cursor, okay? And the 3D cursor can be positioned anywhere. I can even snap it to objects. Like, let's say I grab this object and hit tab. I can grab a single vertice and go mesh, snap, cursor to selected. Now, over here I'm going to make sure I'm in object mode and hit Bezier curve. So a curve appears. I'm just going to pull this curve out. I can do that using the transform manipulator here. Hitting tab, I can get into the edit mode, and now I can access the nodes on this curve. Hitting E on the keyboard will allow you to extrude the curve. And you can make some crazy horn designs using this. Also note that you can affect the rocker arms. We'll go with something like that just for brief tutorial terms. Okay, so now go back into object mode and create a circle, Bezier circle. The circle, all it is going to be dictating the roundness of things, so I'm just going to shrink it down just a little bit, and we'll stick it out here so I can get to it. And also we have to know the name of this object. We can even name it like horn 2 over here. Also, I'm going to make another curve. Move that over here. And name that horn 2 underscore tape, or T. Now, it could be called banana sandwich, really. It's just the fact that I know that this is my taper curve, and this is my regular circle. There. Just for aesthetic purposes. Alright, so first thing I want to do is click on the curve. Click on the curve over here. I'm going to hide this so I have more view. Let's end on the keyboard. There we go. So on this curve we have bevel option, and I want to choose the circle. Okay. With that highlighted, I can use now this preview mode, just like that. But I like to see the wireframe. So if you go to the box, you can choose wireframe. And then you go back. So what I want to do here is kind of adjust it so the resolution is much lower. Well, I could do that by going here and adjusting the circle. I like to adjust this at a 2, just like that. And you can kind of see how this wonkiness is occurring right here. And that has a lot to do with this over here, the start. So I can make it so it starts here, and I can 3D blend that together later. So I want it to about right there. Also, I'm picturing like a point of some nature here. Well, I need a taper object. So I click here, and I choose horn T for the taper. So now what I have to do is adjust this curve using the points to get something what I want. And what I want is something that's wide here and thin here. Within reason though, I think this would be a really hard model to, I would rather have a point that's kind of right about here and then move the vertices myself in this case. Alright, so I'll grab this object and I'll make a copy, Shift D, and then I'll go Object, Convert, Curve from Mesh. Oop, that's the other one. So now it is all about the object, not about the curve. If I wanted to make this a point, I would use Alt and Shift and then kind of scale this together a little bit and then hit F. Later on I'll have to triangulate that, and if I wanted to blend the two together, I'd hit Z on the keyboard, grab these, and I can go up to Tool and go Smooth Vertex. There, now it's a more natural kind of curve. Alright, so that's how you make horns in Blender. Pretty neat, right? All kinds of cool designs. Of course, you can make pipes, tapered pipes, hoses, anything like that using that technique. Enjoy.